What's going on, guys? Nice guy driver. Today has been a very rainy week, but I think I found a new strategy, and I think it's showing some improvement on the number of rides, as well as how I get paid on those rides. And it also saves me in a lot of ways. I'm going to go into it a little bit. But stop requests and cherry picking. I don't want to take 100% credit for the strategy. I did kind of get the idea from Show Me the Money Club, Chris and Sergio on the rideshare guy. And the stop request is very easy to do on Uber. And how it helps you, it's going to save you in gas. It's going to improve your acceptance rate, I believe. Save you in gas, give you time to cherry pick better. Here's how the strategy works. You just simply, when you accept a ride, after you decide, okay, yeah, I like this ride, accept the ride, immediately swipe up on the Uber app and hit stop request. And this also helps you be able to navigate better, because you're not interrupted with the trip requests and the new requests coming in, so you can pay attention to the road. Very important. Now, Lyft, I don't like the games they play, and you'll see they only give you a few seconds on Lyft to even find it, the stop request, and then hit it and they just block your screen. So if you're not fast, you're not able to do it. And if you've been driving for Lyft for a while, you know the requests just keep coming in. And yeah, you can decline them, but again, you're taking your eyes off the road, and you got to take those few seconds to analyze the trip. I think, again, on Uber, immediately accept the ride, you stop request. Now you're able to drive, navigate, and after you ended that trip, stop in your general location, unless you're in a dead town. But stop where you are. Don't drive anymore. Now you're saving the gas. And when a new request comes in, you're easily able to navigate and analyze that trip. Because when you're driving, I don't care what nobody says, you're not able to analyze 100% that little bit of information they give you. When you're driving, you're paying attention to the road, you're doing too much, you're hitting the app, and you can't do dual apping when you're doing this. I noticed that. You just turn the Lyft app off, or Uber app. If you're going to stay on Lyft, you got to remember you got that extra step, because you got to do it fast. But don't dual app when you're doing this. Just try it on one app. I prefer to do it on Uber. Now I'm saving a lot in gas. My phone is staying charged longer, because when I cut the app off, now it's not using juice, and my phone's able to charge up better. So I'm saving the gas, I'm saving the charge on my phone. I can analyze the trip a lot better when I don't have all this stuff popping up, and I'm able to just navigate, talk to the passenger I have in the car, and pay attention to the road more. I just tried this today. I don't know why I haven't tried this earlier, but I tried it today. Now, it does help with your cherry picking, because you can analyze that trip a little bit better. You don't feel pressured, because I feel pressure sometimes when I'm driving, and I'll hit okay, accept the next ride, because I'll see it's near me, but I can't analyze the details of it. I'll say, okay, that's close enough, and I'll just hit it just to get them to stop with the ding, ding, the bell. Again, this is what I don't like about Lyft. That extra step where they just block the screen. And I guarantee you Lyft has an excuse for this, because they're going to tell you it's for safety. Because the more times you tap on the screen, the more times you're not paying attention to the road. But you're dealing with apps. You're not paying 100% to the road anyway. You're paying attention to an app. So I should think you should just give you full access, just like Uber does, and just allow you to just immediately, or when you have time, go swipe up, stop request. Now I heard this from another Uber YouTuber, that when you stop requests, there's another benefit because the person can't add a trip. I don't know if this is true. You guys hit me in the comment, let me know. But if it does work, that's convenient, because I'm sure I'm not the only person that when they get somebody in the car, it'll turn from a 10-minute ride to a 15, 20-minute ride because they decided to add a trip. Now you got the awkward moment where you don't want to tell them, I don't want to go that far or whatever. So to stop requests, if it does stop them from adding a trip, you could, and they're going to be like, well, I'm trying to add a trip and it ain't working. I'll be like, I'm sorry, I already got another request. Well, you can't say you got a request thing because you stopped it, but it's easier to say, well, yeah, I can't, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And this allows me the ability after each trip to decide when I want to go back on. Because I don't know about you guys, sometimes you want a bathroom break, you want to grab something to eat real quick, but you'll feel pressure sometimes to keep driving because the requests keep coming in. I don't know, it could just be me. But after that trip, I can sit for a minute and decide, okay, do I want to go back on? Or do I want to take a bathroom break? Or do I packed a lunch, do I want to grab something quick to eat? So it gives you the ability, the time to think in between each ride, where they're just bombarded normally with trips. And yeah, you could decline them, but again, this is affecting your acceptance rate. So stop requesting is going to allow you to analyze the ride better when you go back online. And I believe it's going to improve your acceptance rate over time. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, try the strategy. I just tried it today and it's working amazing. Granted, it's a rainy day and I'm not getting as many requests today for whatever reason. But it's just making my day so much easier. I can pay attention to the passenger I got in without being bombarded with the trip radar. And I think Uber's, if I'm not mistaken, the trip radar, when it comes up, it blocks the screen. And yeah, it's telling you verbally, turn here, turn there, but I like to look at the screen and see where the arrow's telling me to go. I'm not really listening to what it's saying. I turn down the volume so I can pay attention to the person in the car if they're talking to me. So just try the strategy, stop requests, and cherry pick. I believe it's gonna overall make things easier for you if you're a new driver, especially. If you're an experienced driver, this might not even bother you. I'll be honest with you. Because we're so used to doing so much, dual apping, and if you're gonna dual app, I would do this, obviously shut the app off if you're not on, and even do this on Lyft. I mean, that's a few extra steps, but if you're fast, you can stop requests on Lyft and do the same thing. It's just, to me, it's a little bit more time consuming because I'm not fast enough on the Lyft. I just believe they should give you full access because they limit the amount of times you can tap. I believe you got to be sitting still and it won't allow you to. Again, we're independent contractors. We should have full access to do what we need to do to make our experience easier. But these rideshare companies, their goal really is not to make things more convenient for the driver. I think the ultimate goal is to make things more enjoyable for the passenger. And this doesn't in any way help the passenger. That's just from what I'm seeing. They really, the more time goes on, I believe the less they care about the driver and the more they care about the passenger, because that's who's bringing in the money. Even though we run the business, I believe Uber has the attitude that I'm number one. New drivers, for every veteran driver that leaves, we're going to get 5 more new drivers. So damn what they think. This is why they don't care about strikes as much as we think, or much as we would like them to. They have enough drivers that even Uber has so many drivers, especially in these big places like California and New York, that even when there's a strike, there's always going to be a few drivers out there to fulfill the needs of the passengers. Yeah, it might cripple them a little bit that day, but there's always going to be a few that are hard up enough that got to make that money. You know? But stop requests, I think it kills the algorithm a little bit too, because the algorithm is saying, okay, we got less drivers out, so maybe we got to pay a little bit more so they come back online, or you know what I mean? And then when I'm doing this, I'm not worrying about surge. I'm not chasing down any surge. I'm just focusing on who I got in the car at the time, and I'm able, when I go back on, I'm able to analyze that trip good, because I'm sitting still. You want to be sitting still after each ride so I can analyze the trip better. Go back on, analyze the trip, okay, I like this one, boom, stop request. And that's an extra added bonus if it stops them from adding more rides to the trip they're already on. Try it out, tell me what you think, hit me in the comments, subscribe, like, comment, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Thank you.